Hey guys, today I'm filming my Throwback Thursday of my October favorites from 2016. If you guys have never seen one of these videos from me before, I'll have my playlist linked down below. And basically I'm going to be re-reviewing all the products I featured in my favorites video 2 years back to let you know my current thoughts on those products, whether they are still favorites or if I have replaced them with something I prefer. My inspiration for this series is Kristen Game. I will have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original favorites video, and I will list and link all the items that I mentioned. And I actually do still have all the items from this favorites video, which is exciting. So the first favorite I had mentioned was the Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil. So I love the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. So this is more of their thick angled brow pencil, and I previously was using the shade number 2. I'm now using the shade number 1. They are very similar. One is just a little bit lighter. I like going with a lighter brow pencil because my eyebrows always turn out looking pretty intense, so a lighter shade is best for me, but 2 works really well as well. So I really enjoy this pencil because it isn't too creamy or too waxy. It's very easy to apply product to my brow but not be too much or too little. I also really like the size of this because I do have thicker brows with a decent amount of brow hair. It's just easy to run through my brows and give them perfect amount of color. I think even if you do have some more sparse brows, if you wanted to do them quickly, I think this would be good. But really the way that I use this is in combination with a skinny pencil. So I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil to line the bottom, the top, the tail, and draw on the front. So it's basically just mapping out my brow, and then I will use the Goof Proof to fill in the whole brow. And that has made my brow pencil last so much longer. That NYX Micro Brow, which is my other favorite, I used to run through that every 2 months. Now both of them can last me about 6 months. So I did use up the one that I featured in that video. I purchased another, and then I do have a backup that I got during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I love this brow pencil. I think it is really great quality. I love their shade selection, and it is a holy grail must-have for me. My next favorite was the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I had filmed an entire palette of the month review video showing you different looks I created with it. I'll have that linked in the cards, and then I will also make sure to link my 2-in-1 tutorial featuring a warm and cool tone look with this palette. So mine is a little dirty, which is frustrating. I accidentally got some black shadow on this and it won't come out. So here's what my palette looks like. A bunch of people have panned these, have a lot more pan in them, so good for them, but I've really just been using like a shade at a time in different projects for different looks. So for my palette, you can see I've completely used up this lighter shade, Tempera. I use this to set my primer. I don't like that one very much. I want it to be matte, but it is a satin shade. Then we've got one Fresco, which is an amazing cool tone transition color for me, and this one is available in a single as well, which is great. Then we have my 2 favorites down here, Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. Burnt Orange is my transition color. Raw Sienna is crease. Burnt Orange you can buy in a single. Unfortunately, you cannot with Raw Sienna, but I really hope they will add that to their permanent single shadow line in the future. I feel like I need all of the warm browns from Anastasia. They're just so amazing. This one is still totally worth the hype to me. I love all the looks I was able to create with it. I think that these 2 shimmer shades here, the more pinky tone Vermeer and the golden tone Primavera, are absolutely incredible. They are so smooth. They have a beautiful sheen to them, really pigmented and intense. And I love all of these mattes. They're really easy to work with, very pigmented. They blend out nicely. This is a palette that's amazing to me. Once I use up all the shades I love, I will repurchase this. Absolutely. There's only a couple colors I don't like. Warm Taupe doesn't do anything for me in general, but especially not with this palette. Antique Bronze is such like a weird satiny shade. I don't care for that one. Golden Ochre I think is just a really ugly color. I haven't quite found a way to use this one. It just looks like baby puke on my skin tone. And then Cypress Umber is a good shadow. I just don't use dark brown, but this is still a holy grail palette to me. One of my favorite palettes in my collection. If all my palettes disappeared, this would definitely be one of the palettes that I would repurchase. Absolutely love that. Totally recommend it if for some reason you have not tried it out yet. Then I had a lip favorite. It is the Tarte Matte LipSurgence in Expose. This is something I've completely used up in the past and I repurchased it. So this line was discontinued, but they do have the the Tarte Lippy Lingeries, which are a matte lip crayon, same like this, except all of the shades are nude, but they do still have this one, which I'm so happy about because this is an amazing peachy nude lip color for my skin tone. This is a really nice opaque formula. It is super comfortable on the lips. It doesn't feel drying or heavy or cakey. This is a holy grail lip product for me as well. It has a nice minty scent. The only thing that sucks is that there's a bit of a packaging fail where the product completely comes out. It has happened to all the ones that I have. One of mine broke. I went and returned it. I got a new one. It broke too, and I'm not doing anything to break it. It's just something about the formula and the packaging. But overall, still highly recommend it. It's such an easy color formula and just an easy lip product in general. So this is still a favorite holy grail product actually, and I will definitely purchase it again once I use this one up. So then I have a couple nail polish favorites. The first would be Zoya's Wednesday, which is a beautiful bright turquoise cream polish. This has always been a fall staple for me, and it still is. I absolutely love it. Zoya polishes, their cream finishes in general are amazing. This is opaque in 2 coats, almost 1. It wears really well on my nails. I love Zoya cream polishes so much. This is a holy grail polish of mine for the color and the formula. Definitely recommend it if you guys do not have this one in your collection. It is a staple for me. The other polish was OPI Worth of Pretty Penne. This is a beautiful copper metallic with a lot of silver particles in here as well. It looks so beautiful on the nails. OPI makes my favorite metallics from any mainstream brand. Opaque in 2 to 3 coats, but it doesn't show a bunch of nail lines, and I have quite a few, and it doesn't chip really quickly. This is just such a good formula and a beautiful color. Highly recommend it. This is a holy grail polish for me as well. Next, I had mentioned a sponge. It is dirty with powder. This is the Real Techniques Miracle Mini Eraser Sponge. It is similar to the Miracle Complexion Sponge, except the Miracle full-size orange sponge comes to a bit of a point at the top, and this one is flat at the top, which I like because it helps you press against your lash line. So I have used this to blend out my concealer, but I'm currently using this to set my under eye with loose powder. I do use the big orange Real Technique sponge for my whole face. I use that because there's different sides to it. I use one side for foundation, another for concealer, another for all over face powder, but then I've run out of room for the under eyes, and I just like this one because I'm able to be more precise when I'm placing my powder. It works really well, and I think just got a little bit too much powder under my eye with what was left on here, so let's just even it out and be a hot mess. Let's just forgive me for that, but I absolutely love these. At first I thought, you know, this is totally not necessary, and it's not, but also I don't feel like I'm wasting my money because I use this every single day. So this is definitely a must-have for me in the way that I currently apply my makeup. So the last 2 things I had were some perfumes. One of them I had in a little rollerball, and another was a perfume sample. Well, I have upgraded for both of them. So the first one was the Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy Original Fragrance. So I do still have that double-ended rollerball. I have this 1 fluid ounce bottle, and then I also have a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, and I'm already down to here. This is something I'm gonna pan next year just because I do also have that big bottle. I love this perfume. It is my go-to for the summertime, spring, summer, really. It works for both seasons. It just has some nice fruity scent, but also a little bit of floral and fresh. I absolutely love this. I am not sure what the notes are, but you can look it up online. And the other perfume I had was just a little sample, and I have upgraded to the 1 ounce bottle. This is the YSL Black Opium perfume, which is incredibly expensive, but this smells amazing. The bottle is so luxe. I will not be able to throw this one away once I use it all up. It smells so good. It's a little bit of fruit, a little bit of floral, but then you do also have those really warm notes as well. I usually stay clear of really warm, spicy scents because I find them usually overwhelming, smell like potpourri or a home scent, and just way too much for me to wear my body. this is the furthest I will go in that warm, spicy realm, but because it has that bit of floral and fruit, it helps ground the fragrance for me, and it is amazing. It's also very potent because I do have the perfume, not the toilette. I do love this. It is a go-to for me for the winter time or for a date night perfume. I did do an entire video of my perfume collection, and I did give you the notes of everything in that video, so I will have that linked in the cards to you guys in case you're interested in seeing the other perfumes that I have. So guys, that was my Throwback Thursday of my October favorites from 2016. I would love to know your thoughts on these products in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.